actually really do enjoy Rumble versus Jace matchup as well. And we'll see how well he does do on the non-Gragas, as it's definitely drawn a lot of criticism.
I got to think, in my mind, the 2-on-2 feels a bit SKT figured because for the Gigabyte Marines, Jace and Graves are physical damage dealers, and early arm guard Rahuni works against them both. If Stark buys a Hex Drinker, Peanut still does full damage to the guy, and having a mixed damage type, not only in top jungle, but also in mid jungle, also makes it hard for Optimus.
Also, Graves took a bit of a hit. Turgid no longer gets MR on it, so it's still really efficient versus AD users, but when you're playing versus mages mid and top, then Graves kind of falls off in a lot of these fights here. So we need to track if that ends up being influential, because SKT is so good at playing on the edge right there.
They are, and we'll see what happens here in this one as we have begun. Crowd chants always fun. Love Brazilian crowds. I've gotten to cast in Brazil twice now, and every time it's been incredible. Shout out to Brazilian crowds, absolutely. And we can see there's been a very passive early game here. People sitting on their own brushes, and an early trinket ward come down to defend some of this.
The Faker already learned.
Yeah.
No longer peeking around the wall. He's in the mid lane brush right now.
Yep.
Being safe for that invade.
Nothing too scary right here. Thunderlord's no surprise on all the users here, and Fervor continues to be the, generally speaking, best keystone for bot lane marksman. Anything else is a bit unusual unless you're playing Jhin.
Yeah, strong defense here for the Marines to be able to defend the Raptors. Levi actually does, you know, take down the ward kill, and those do give experience. We'll track that, see if it is a big issue, because especially the top lane matchup. Now, Jace is a champion that can go for an early gank on that top lane, starting on this red side and just heading up there with the red buff. Doesn't have mana problems. And the Jace versus Rumble matchup, the Jace does have that extra kill pressure. The Rumble's trying to play it a little bit safe to farm for, you know, team interaction.
I wonder if Optimus gets level 2 on first wave, because he revealed the ward, which means he also gets part of that experience and gold. We'll have to see right here. I'll skip, because that actually could be a new strategy that we see with the sweeper on level 1. All right, hit the range creep. Optimus. He's obviously, yeah, he's level 2 on 6 creeps. That's actually a really cool interaction. Bringing a sweeper for a level advantage in a matchup. That's how you beat Faker. Gotta kill that ward early, man.
The extra ward experience coming into it definitely does spice things up a bit. Meanwhile, down on the bottom lane, decent trade there onto the support.
Happens.
Secret Service minion blocks out the gold player, and nothing comes out of that one.
And as expected, they're going super heavy on this top lane, and Levi's going up
wave,
there!
Though. He's taking a whole bunch of damage, but really Levi's there. There's a flash chase, goes to the damage, picks it up, first blood into the Marine.
That extra ward experience! I've been waiting for months for this to actually come to fruition. Levi's able to get it off of the Raptors red into Scuttle Crab. And they head up for the top lane gank onto Huni.
Yeah, we need to track if he actually has an experience squint, because then the ward in the end did not matter, but it definitely helps here. And what we see is Huni, his evolution in this season was that it was much more tempered, much more passive. But against the Gigabyte Marines, he's going ham in this trade. He feels so confident because of these 3 range creeps aiding him in the trade, but he's just completely surprised by a complete topside clear into gank from Levi.
Just as we cautioned, the Graves can go for that super early topside pressure. The Marines are rewarded, and man, they are off to such a good start here.
We can see that Peanut has never lost on Lee Sin this year. And we'll see 11-0, maybe he can make it 12, or maybe the Gigabyte Marines can continue to defy expectations. And what I find extra compelling about Levi's gank, by the way, is so often when you gank early, the other side of your map gets taken away. And the entire jungle is cleared off. No camps were taken away from Levi here. This could have been fortunate based on Peanut's pathing. I didn't quite watch it all, but Peanut had gone Raptors red top side, and then was like, ooh, I can't take bottom jungle anymore.
Yeah, exactly. He was clearing his, you know, blue side quadrant, and there was an instant recall after the kill from Levi, so not time, you know, to get over there. Bottom lane matchup, wasn't quite sure where the push was on that, but that has a huge influence as well when going for those counter jungles.
Levi going to take Ellis away pretty easily enough. Early Smite Stone there for him. He can take away some vision control and try to keep Peanut under wraps.
But I love what the Marines are bringing to this game. Are they going to win out in the late game macro? Probably not against the multiple world champion. But they can perfect and optimize some of these early game things. They know there'll be a ward there. They get the sweep off. You know, they remove the vision. Few members get key extra experience. Early level 2 for Optimus. The guaranteed level 3 that Kobe so fawns after very often. And it helps a lot.
No MR for Levi, means he could be going down, and he does. The kill comes through to Peanut. Faker survives the encounter as well, walks away pretty cleanly with an assist in his belt. And that means gold lead now for SKT.
Yeah, pretty cleanly. It was a little bit touch and go there. Did have to burn the flash, and now he doesn't have that summoner for the roam from Archie, who has Ignite.
Powers the route to get a longer duration. Can't get much for it, though. Walks away.
Optimus has to be careful, too, here. They don't give up, though. That is the good thing about the Marines. Like, so many people, they see that failure, and they be like, okay, guys, complete reset. Let's go back to the drawing board. No, they still go for that roam.
Also, I want to touch on a little bit of micro interaction there. Optimus did an intelligent thing. As soon as he gets hit by the first part of the Lee Sin Q, he walks up. We'll talk about that later, though. Here is the 2 versus 2 as Faker and Peanut focus the enemy jungler, taking him down. That's generally the strategy for the early on 2v2s in the mid lane. Junglers will have less health, lower level, and you take them out early.
Exhaust did go on Peanut there, though. Maybe debatable, though. If Faker gets exhausted, maybe goes the other direction.
Yeah, anyways, though, for the Lee Sin Q point for Optimus, he walks away from Archie, who's extremely low health. Didn't want to give Peanut the option, even, of taking that Q into the flash to try and get a cheeky kill on his support. And they are able to get out after that without any further casualties. Here we go on the top side, though, as the ward from Mahoney is going to see Levi just after the recall.
Yeah, interesting that Levi didn't actually stay to finish the rest of the Krugs off there. Wanted to be on the other side and picked up boots and a couple of long swords for himself. And we'll get back on the map. It's gold within 200. You're seeing a gigantic lead there for the SKT bot lane. Look at that, plus 16 right now. Showing no sense of letting up.
It is something you can do as long as you have other camps available to take. You take down a big Krug, get the majority of that camp out. That down to the bottom lane here, because they seem to be wanting to play 4-man bot side here, put some additional pressure to go against that laning prowess of Bang and Wolf, because they're already 20 CS up in that bottom.
Yeah. It's going to be a difficult one to turn around from here for the Gigabyte Marines, but still, we'll see what happens. 500 gold deficit right now. SKT definitely landing better overall as a squad. Plus 6 for Huni despite the death earlier on. So, again, across the map, you're seeing some great things. Faker has been splitting with Optimus.
There's 3 lanes pushing right now. Gigabyte Marines. Huni looking for more poke on the start here. Going dangerously low.
It's a lot of damage here. Peanut comes in for the shield and won't quite be able to land into the skill shots just yet. He's got a long way to go. Does have flash, though.
This is where Levi's suffering. Everybody's
Flash
calling
heal?
for help.
Not going to do it.
Yeah, Peanut going to close in there and secure the push off of this turret. Levi comes in.
Oh, Peanut.
Minuet wasn't there in time, so Peanut took a lot of damage coming into that one. He actually
Oh,
lays Levi. Oh, he's going to take down Huni, who pulled aggro with the flame spitter. Huni donates the kill over.
Yeah, but he was trying to help Peanut. Peanut sold it out here. He tanked the turret. He flashes out, redirecting the aggro right there.
The domino errors here from SKT as Peanut starts it off and Huni following up to try and save his jungler there. Again, top side of the map, some more gold going over for the Marines here.
Ooh, Peanut's so close. Doesn't want to flash for that Q.
I think he was in range, but yeah, chose not to. He has to wait for minions here, so he takes
Start-
a free charge shot for no reason.
Yeah, and then he goes
Then he
in.
doesn't attack. He has
And
no
then Huni
aggro,
tries
so
to help.
Huni takes aggro for nothing.
Yeah.
Huni as well had flash, by the way, so didn't judge that the extra turret shots was going to be enough damage and flashed super early on. Regardless, though, that is going to be some more pressure possible. Goes right back in for this red invade, steals away the red buff as Levi doesn't get over.
I mean, that's the problem with this Echo matchup. The early levels are pretty tough, but Faker bang on even on CS, and now he can start pushing in and constantly helping Peanut invade, and every single lane is asking for help from Levi. That's why he's basing to try and go for pressure, and it also makes it much harder to get successful ganks off. They need mistakes from SKT right now.
And that invade was in large part due to that teleport that the Echo is taking in that matchup, and Faker uses it to get right back to lane for that extra lane pressure to help out with these invades. It's all about, you know, these solo lanes continuously pushing up to offer Peanut more options to invade. You can see every single time Huni goes back, another ward there on the top side.
Can you ever jump that wall? I feel like you... I mean, Faker
Right,
tried, he
right?
must
No.
know, but like, that seems like way too short of a dash to get over. But either way, Faker tried and didn't get over. Nothing to be doing there against Optimus.
A mere mortal cannot reach.
Yeah, sorry.
already an Echo.
I like
If you're
how...
Faker, you're allowed to jump farther walls.
Exactly, I like how in your voice, you're unsure because you're like,
Like, I've played a decent amount of Echo.
humans cannot jump that wall, but Faker might be able to get over there.
Either way, I'm sure Scar is like, I don't know what he's thinking. Of course you can't do that. Oh, someone's watching and lets me know what it's going to be. Right now, the gold is still bang on equal. 10 minutes into this one, Levi not going to get invaded on so much right now. Does have his team's kills, and Graves is one of the bigger carries in League of Legends. The jungle role has to respect that, and yeah, Bang not going to be able to land the ulti. Bit of a fight still down on the bot side as Stark once again is dueling with Huni. Plenty of damage here. Did not go early. Hextech actually forcing the flash. Stark in the 1v1. He actually got some help with the earlier kills, but is bullying Huni.
And this is needed for the game to stay even, because the bot side slowly, the 4-man unit of SKT is really taking control of that river. Could have potentially started a dragon, and every time they push in, they can just move in together and do something. Deep Vision or Dragon, unless Levi can find an opening.
Ooh, he dodges the stun. Crucial by Faker to not get stunned right there. Jumps in. Look at the damage output he's got. Be careful. Ults back in. Not into attack range, though. The flash to follow. Faker's got no more escapes left, but look at the move speed. He's got the flash. The chase. Optimus gets it. Peanut will get him back for it. You got to imagine the 1-for-1.
Worth it. He killed Faker. Able to flash under the turret there, and that is what Optimus wanted. Meanwhile, though, actually, Peanut is the one left around to be able to push in the minion wave.
A lot of dodges from Faker, though, here. Gets the collateral damage to miss. Right now, Peanut resets the wave for the King, and then backs off.
Also, he was able to get not only that flash there at the end out of Optimus, but he used the exhaust as well. And the Echo does have a large amount of kill pressure on the Syndra, just normally when they get back to lane. So that's going to be something he has to worry about for the future. Here's the dodge he's talking about. The extra speed on the Echo passive is actually insane. Optimus, it is risky going in for that, but he lands it and is able to at least get the kill. If you go down, you miss that, and then get executed by Peanut.
Yeah, but he just missed QE. His jungler just missed R, and he still is willing to go in for a Q predict right there. I love the confidence that the Marines are bringing. Same, Faker goes back with the time warp. Levi immediately goes for a flash into melee range to get that Graves auto off. Like, there's no hesitation. They don't care that they make mistakes. They just keep going for these plays because they know that's the way they have to fight their way out of this matchup.
Yep. Yeah. Now you do have to worry about for the future, though, the ramifications of that mid lane play.
Stun is there, though. Faker no ult. He's going to be a bit of a tight fight onto Optimus. Gets the move speed, though, and he's running for it, getting away. Nice job with the passive. And zones rest the team out. Just some damage dealt, and honestly, an equal trade against Optimus.
Screw your ramifications, says Levi. I'll just visit again. Like, my Syndra has no ulti or no summoners. Well, the enemy Echo has no ulti either. Immediate pressure right here. And meanwhile, top lane as well.
Uh-oh, Stun's gonna get him. Optimus is not long for the world. Time Winder's there. The trade kill not quite gonna happen. Nice job with the ulti.
The
Comes right back into it.
ramifications.
A quick stun gets him away. Bang. Not gonna find much more to do, but Peanut looking for the kickback's gonna find it. Levi is gone. Cooper 0 SKT. Now they've got control.
What are you saying? That's going to change into a dragon as well. Both the jungler and mid now go down. You know, huge opening here for SKT. Wolf can move up, get some vision. There are just so many things. You see that no hesitation as well from SKT after a victory like that. As soon as they get a little bit of an edge, they're going to move right in, take tremendous advantages off of it.
Yeah, I was just talking about the ramifications of that mid lane play, Kobe.
Jeez.
Well said, well said. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Forcing the flash. Q's not quite going to land. The trade back and a bang. Looking for the kill. Slay doesn't quite have the damage. He's going to go down. Another one picked up, and Archie's next up on the chopping block. Going to look for the Q. He's going to get flash tanked by Peanut. Tries to do with this one. A knockback in from Stark. Peanut's one hit away from dead. Look at that in the bot lane. Peanut turns it around anyway. 7-5 SKT.
What a giant jumble of action here, boys. And again, Peanut is the one left around to push the wave. He's going to get even more into the turret for himself. This is all 5 kills going to the Lee Sin, not to mention multiple minion waves. This one is a cannon wave. This is a fed Peanut, boys.
Yeah, this is very reminiscent of Game 3 where they play versus KT, where it eventually became Protect the Peanut comp. More action on the top lane here. Faker's in, Huni's in, Levi's alone.
Here comes the dive out of that one. Gonna get away from the equalizer for now. Looking for damage on a Faker. Misses the Q. Oh, he gets him back for it. Looks like the ulti was not even pressed. I think it was up, so Levi does get a trade kill.
Yeah, that's
a nice dive, I guess.
Yeah, the shadow came in, so it was available then.
All right, what's Archie? So like his AD carry goes down, but then he saves the play. It's almost a massive outplay from Stark at the end because Archie is juking literally everything, forcing Peanut to flash. If Stark gets another auto off at the end here, this could actually be a return move from the Gigabyte Marines.
It was super close for him being able to 2v1 this. Comes in, battle rough, able to get the single kill, but Peanut has so much gold at the moment right now, and he is off to the races.
Very close one there. So Stark, you can see 300 gold up on Huni right now on the top side. Peanut's going to keep the farm going. He'll wait for the blue. Not going to go for it just yet. Faker's not in the lane. A bit more time going to be bought. Hawkshot did reveal that Peanut's on that side of the map, so they know he's top side. They know blue is up and available. We'll see when he goes for it eventually. Optimus going to solo this one as Levi's top side. And we wait around 1,800 gold difference. SKT do have a solid lead for themselves.
But we're seeing some mistakes being made by this SKT lineup because the Marines are just putting so much pressure in kind of these wonky plays where you wouldn't expect teams to be this adamant at the top lane as well. So now Faker fails that dive. That generally never happens.
Looks like first turret going to be right here, and Bang and Wolf, despite getting attacked several times by the rest of the jungle of the opposing team, they have taken this one out right now. And here comes the arrows, going to land a stun on a Bang. Here comes the power, the shield, the run, and they're going to take this one down. The flash, Slay goes on the side of it. They're going to take down Bang, but the first kill has come through anyway. It's a 1-for-1 despite the fact that it was an ulti landing. Now Optimus going for a bit more on a Peanut. Exhausted zombie is kicked into range of Faker. His days are never gets the kill first off, so you can't complain about that one too badly. 2 for 2 overall, though.
Meanwhile,
equal.
In the top lane, Stark had to flash to cancel Hooney's teleport because he was going to completely swing around that play in the bottom lane.
And that was actually a pretty big pickup as far as, you know, getting the kill streak ender there for Optimus, even though he does go down in the 1v1 and had to use his exhaust.
Stark looks for the damage, he gets into the solo kill, under the turret, survives it, doesn't even need a Hex Trigger, that's full damage, the man mode, Jace makes it happen. 2 turrets, the SKT picked up the mid lane, Stark could maybe trade, but he's got to worry about getting rotated on.
Exactly, he's extremely low health. I mean, usually we'll caution against, yes, Jace can just destroy turrets, but actually Faker now with Slay in his sights, and remember, he flashed forward in the last engage.
Add an ED to the end of this one, it's going to be slayed right now. Faker picks him up easily peasy, 1 for nothing, not even a... Kobe's dying next to me.
That was terrible.
That was amazing. Optimus now left alone in the mid lane.
All right, take another look at this engage. Yeah, it is. You know, Flay just immediately, he doesn't hesitate to flash right next to Bang.
What he flashed for, though.
He wanted to cut off the retreat, I guess, or something.
It's like, I got you. I'm still hitting you.
Anyways, he was all hyped up for that one. Here goes that interrupt that you're talking about. He
flashed away.
Had to flash off of the red carpet.
Yeah, gets out right there here, but I love that they're just constantly fighting here. Even though Optimus falls, he gets the shutdown, as you mentioned, Kobe, so hashtag Worf and all that right there. And somehow the Marines, they're still kind of sticking in there.
Root on the Bang, does have heal, doesn't have flash, and that's going to last for too long. And this one, kill picked up 1 for 0. Here comes Peanut on the backside, though. Kicks him into the wall. Archie going to take a lot of damage. That's the shield going to keep him alive. And Archie's going to survive. Just kidding. It's a Hootie roasted Peanut combo to take down 1. And now it's Stark running out of life. Several kills now picked up. SKT looking to keep the chase going. Collateral damage, hoping that Levi is not. That as he runs away from this one. Still advantage SKT.
Flash.
2 for 1. Good flash get away. Hootie not quite in range, I think. And a bird comes across the map, and now Levi knocked into the air, still running away for his life, and he's going to survive it.
And these are not just random fights that the Marines are taking, though. Even though SKT has the answer ready, they get Bang Splash both at once. Hang on. Optimus with the confidence.
Flash ult should be enough. The Hex Trigger's there, though, and there's too much shielding now. Optimus with Ignite doesn't have the damage, doesn't have Ignite. Peanut survives just barely.
Just a window into the mindset here, willing to flash into a 1v3.
No, you can't. That's not the mindset. That's just bad, Kobe. Like, you can't flash into a 1v3 as a mid laner.
That's the mindset. He's like, trade kills are good.
But this is the second time in 2 minutes they attack Bang on the side lane when his flash is down. That thematically makes sense somewhat, at least in terms of aggression play. The problem is SKT always has the reaction ready, and now, I think, I was going to say Gabania Bears, Gigabyte Marines, they're getting stuck in this like vortex of chaos and just aggression, and they're losing track of where people are on the map. Like, this reaction play from Optimus is just too much.
And during that, you know, kind of chaos that you're talking about, I was watching the mini-map this entire replay, and it was Faker down there in the 1v2. They fired the Ash arrow at him. Optimus was down there when this play started, trying to follow up on that kill. Faker, not only did he draw out cooldowns and draw away 2 players' time, but he shoved up, and look, at the end of this replay, he gets the turret. I know we're not paying attention to the actual combat on the screen, but Faker takes his toll.
The Slay was moving all the way to mid lane and back, and then he was hesitating. It's exactly like that. The Marines are getting stuck in the chaos. Like, they're not working as a team. AD Carry has no clue what's going on the top side of the map.
I'm going to say Optimus, I think, missed some auto attacks there in that fight. Considering how low Peanut got at the end there, Optimus spent a lot of time saying, my spells will do it, and misjudged his damage output. So could have been a 1-for-1, but didn't quite do it perfectly. Now mid lane is under fire. SKT, 5,500 gold up. And we've just seen fight, and SKT now with a sizable gold lead.
Well, look at the next play that they're prepping. They've got Levi behind enemy territory. They're targeting Hoonie. Optimus is going to try and shove him under the turret so that Levi can get in there for damage.
Putting a damage onto Hoonie. Here comes the rest of it. There's the collateral, and there's one picked up. On the other side of the map, it's another kill. Just everyone fighting all the time. 26 kills in 20 minutes, looking for more on the top side.
They teleported Stark in, and he's joining
Not going to get the stun to Levi just yet, but he's running out of health pretty rapidly. Still a lot of punishment. Faker's going to ult back in, gets the kill and a rampage on that one. Stun on a Wolf, but supports are not the ideal kills. The chase is through for Peanut. Looks for more. Stark can't find it at all. It's a double. Faker staying alive with the Zonias. Now on to Baron.
The main consistency with these plans from the Marines is that there's no exit plan. They're all about focusing on the kill. Here we go, though. The only person left up for the Marines would be the Ashen. No arrow available.
Also, the consistency in their plans is that their AD carry is not invited to the party. It's like it's a two-man collapse, but you got to look at the big picture. Who is going to join next? So right now the top fight's going on. Archie fails the blast cone deny here. Mina just simply one-shots him with Faker coming in.
Yeah.
But look at Slay, he's zoned off. He's so far out of this play, he's not collapsing anywhere near. He's hovering in a brush right now because he's scared of Varus currently. And then topside, Faker wins this. He panic ultis, or he ultis when he's low, and he finds Optimus on his cone as well.
And Bank's able to get consistent damage out with that one. Peanut has just been an absolute menace. 8, 1, and 6. And even a Magi's in for Faker. He's feeling good about himself. And honestly, SKT are running away with this game. Lead almost 9,000 now. Marines are bleeding this game right here. And SKT looking to make it a 2-0 end of the day.
Baron buff is going to give them a lot of that extra pressure as well. As you can see, bottom side is pushed up, and plenty of vision in this blue quadrant for SKT to set up.
Yeah, they haven't even had to show the strong point of their comp is when they have both teleports on the side lanes and they can actually start maneuvering these minion waves around. That's also what the Marines have been trying to attack. And every time any semblance of side lane dominance is being set up by SKT, they try to attack it immediately. Whether it's Bang with his flash down or maybe Huni on the side lane. The problem is, not everybody is ready for the follow-up play. They know that they need to attack the side lanes versus a 1v1 comp. The problem is, what's next? Slay is very often not privy to that party.
See if this one. Still the 9K difference, and SKT has been stacking Drakes. They've got a third mountain on the way later on. At some point, they'll push with Baron, looking for it now. Root onto Archie, not going to be taken down with this one though.
Yeah, they are just buying time there. They default into their 1-3-1. They got pressure on both sides. Slowly take down the turrets. Now they can move in.
And they can remove cooldowns before they get to the base here. Faker will always be safe in the 1v1. He might even take Stark down here.
It's more than safe. Looking for the kill into Stark. He's got to be careful. Pops the Zonias. Ulti won't do as much, but the ulti back from Peanut won't do much either. Has to ult and it stays alive through. The shields are there. Forces the flash out, and the turret's going to be going down for that one. Not quite going to find the assassination on the backside. Bang survives through the shielding.
Yeah, but all major cooldowns have been used by the Marines, and Huni did get access to that bot lane turret. It was a slight step over eagerness, though, by SKT. Faker was lost which direction he was traveling at one point. Still, it shows you that you could constantly move the pressure from lane to lane with 1-3-1 and Baron buff here.
And the last defenses are all that the Marines have here. Inhibitor turrets.
Yeah.
The keys here into the base.
It's worth pointing out, all they've been able to do really is just get the kills. 0 turrets, 0 Drakes picked up for the Marines. They've been able to skirmish okay, I suppose. It had some nice fights, some nice looks, but the macro play, you can see the amount of difference between a team like Marines and a team like SKT, where those fights turn into turrets, and the wave pressure's there so that those turrets can be taken.
Oh, teleport here from Faker, actually collapsing on Stark.
For the surround on this one, he's going to be running out of life pretty rapidly. Here gets a knockback on a Huni. Knight's going to land, and here comes Faker to make it all happen, and Bang gets the kill credit.
And that's the difference between SKT and the Marines. For SKT, they may get kills on the way to the objectives. For the Marines, the kills are the objective.
And the minion wave not far behind. They have it in tow, ready to push in, take full advantage of this 30 seconds of the 4v5 power play.
Grab this one. Peanut looks to threaten, goes for the play. Nice damage on Archie. Won't go for the kick just yet, but already the depth of the mid laner is there, and Slay forced to retreat as well. Faker wants in, gets the double kill, looks for that one. Peanut, the knockback, the chase through, gets a third of this. Into the back line they go, a miss in the collateral damage. Faker running low, pops the ulti to stay alive a bit longer, and now forced to retreat away. Pulls Zagger with the Q, a couple more shots will do it. Levi can't quite get the kill picked up. The inhibitor goes down. It's already been the 4 for nothing though, and there's nothing else to do. SKT able to walk away with the base and shambles.
Just like that.
Inhibitor down as well means that there will be very little time for the Marines to breathe here until SKT return.
Yeah,
Here goes another look at the dive though.
We saw an exciting game so far with a lot of kills back and forth, but in the end, it's nearly 10K gold ahead at this point, I think. 24-minute inhib down, everything set up for success. So while the journey may change, the destination is still the same for SKT here at MSI.
2-0, the pre-tournament favorites, SK Telecom T1, have had some interesting ones. G2 Esports had run them around for the first 15 minutes or so, and Gigabyte Marines had some small edges here, but SKT, you look at the final scoreboard and you're like, oh, 7 turrets to 0? Yeah, it looks like what SKT would expect here, but the 11 kills, so maybe a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I mean,
2-0.
the Marines had some edges at some points, but Faker's got pages now. He found 10 more of them inside the Marines base.
Yeah.
Full stack 20 here for the Medjais, and he's looking to use it.
Yeah, looking to complete that. Goes up to 25 these days, right? That
Yeah.
hasn't been changed?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't see them many times in Europe. You know, when he's
Exactly.
playing these slow games.
Still remember the, what was it Gambit against like Copenhagen Wolves? Like what was the game where like everyone bought snowball items at the end? It was like in 2014, I remember. It was like a sort of the occult rip and piece that item, and
Ultimate
not getting
Bravery.
the steal. Ultimate Bravery, yeah. SKT can do it at this point with their gold, they probably still win this one. 14,000 up, and all they have to do is close the game out in sub 30 minutes. Shouldn't be a problem for them here as they move to kill towards the triple Mountain Drake. They'll kill him fast. Not going to get the stun, but Faker on the back line will right back out and says maybe it was a bit much for him. Even now, Optimus found out here. Force of Flash Wall still burns down. Huni gets the kill. 1 for 0 so far. Turret still in their sights. Hasn't taken too much damage yet, but it will shortly. Another shield in for Faker. Looks to go on the back line. This time around, though, no ult. He's got to be a bit more careful. Is rooted. Sonya's on, and not going to be enough damage to kill him off, and the kill comes through. 1 is traded back by Stark, but it's 3 for 1 so far. With a 4v2, and into the Nexus turrets they go. SKT going to close it out. Going to start out the Mid-Season Invitational 2-0. They've only got a few more opponents left to kill before they ensure themselves that first place spot so far. Gigabyte Marines did get that upset win over TSM earlier. They will end the day 1-1. But SKT take care of business. The perfectly synced Flare is there. 2-0 SKT.
And the last fight was, while they were super far ahead, a good example of why SKT is so dominant, because they move so fluidly in and out of fights. It seems like one guy is always controlling these 5 units, and the end result is that there's so much space being created for the AD carry to have his mark on that game. That seems to be the one consistent part here. Bang and Wolf working together as Faker dives in, Huni dives in and out, but he's constantly having that real high uptime that Colby wants to talk about.
One of the things I hear most often when I talk to the pros after they play SKT, one of their biggest complaints is it feels like you don't have time to think when you're playing against SKT. So even when you're trying to play this high tempo game and you're trying to match them, SKT, before every move they're making, they're pushing up a minion wave. Every 30 seconds, they're pressuring in some way. They're setting up, to try and take advantage there.
And that's exactly what they did against KT in the finals as well. They were constantly changing these lane assignments. Like, nobody would stay in a lane for longer than 2 waves.